We just restored this 1933 Autopiano from New York, and why don't we start? I usually talk about the everything that we did to it before we play it, but why don't we just get right to it? Check out the player. Come check out the inside. Okay, pretty cool. It's pretty fun to see these old. If you haven't played one of these old players, they are super fun, as you can tell, and it's all totally mechanical. I mean, it's brilliant. It's an early computer, really. So this piano was absolutely the works. We did obviously a full refinishing on the outside, and it looks great. We did you see that beautiful veneer? We did kind of an original, sort of a lighter color. That veneer is very pretty. And then on the inside is full restoration of the instrument. So there's kind of three components. There's the inside, like the instrument. There's the inside player, and then there's the outside cosmetics. Those are three components. And all of this was just totally rebuilt. So let's first talk about I talked about the cabinetry already. Let's talk about the instrument. So we've got new strings on there, new tuning pins, all torqued to between 100 and 120 pounds of torque. We've got new strings on there, everything completely duplicated. New dampers, new hammers, new hammer butts and shanks, new leather and cloth and felt, new keys, hammer butts, just all components throughout. I don't know if you can see it. It's sort of hard to see. You have to know what you're looking for. Right there, that's a new bridge cap. You can see the closer to the soundboard there, where I'm kind of putting my finger. That's the original bridge root, but then here we have a new bridge cap, and that's all totally duplicated to exactly what was there. We've got all new bridges and refinished the soundboard and everything, and then the let's see, figure out a good way to show you the player. That's the third component. I guess I can take this out to show you the player portion of the restoration. So the player it's all air driven, and when I'm pumping with my feet there, it's not pumping air in, it's actually creating a vacuum. It's essentially sucking air out, and so everything has to be totally airtight. All of these hoses have been replaced, all of these little cloth bellows things have been replaced. This has been totally rebuilt. Inside here, there's one little mini bellows for every note. Each of these hoses corresponds to one note, and so each hose is totally replaced. All of the seals, everything is airtight, and everything coated in silicone. We've got new hoses on there, and then down below, same thing. The larger bellows, the reservoir, and then check it out behind the pedals. There you can see everything totally rebuilt, and I'll show you in just a second some parts of the shop where we're working on some similar pianos that are underway. So all of this, you can see that's all been beautifully redone. That plate back there, that's repainted in automotive gold, beautiful, and the soundboard back here, all of that has been refinished. There's more. That's the bass bridge. You can see the new bass bridge, all of that duplicated again after the original bass bridge. Soundboard has been restored up to introduced tension back into the system in the soundboard. So that's a huge job. Okay, let's look at. Why don't we start with the player? Come over here. this is what I was talking about where a minute ago when I said that each note has its own individual little bellows called striker pneumatic. So this is upside down. This belongs to an Ampico B, which is a very complicated instrument. So when that collapses, when air rushes in, it goes through a valve and causes this to collapse, which that pushes up. Again, this is upside down. That pushes up and actuates the key. So rather than, all the keys are teeter-totter, right? You push down on the front and the back goes up. Well, this doesn't push down like you do with your fingers. It pushes up from the bottom to play the note, and that's what's going on here. All of these pneumatics. So every single one of these has to be recovered. You can hear it. It's just, yeah, you can hear it, how it's all of the material is just totally shot. And usually the rubber, same thing. The seals is just, 100 years is a long time for something to be airtight. Frankly, 20 or 30 years is a long time for it to be airtight, much less 100 years. And even back here, all of that has been refinished or sanded down. We soda blast it. We don't go to quite the same extent that we do on the more cosmetic part, the part that's just sitting against the wall. But we do put in some effort there, make it look nice. And then come check out this is what I'm talking about with the work on the soundboard. Here's some pianos that are in process. This one, so there's the original bridge root. We've got all those filled with these little shoe peg things, sanded down. Got a new bridge that we'll be gluing on there, and then we use Mylar templates of what was there before, and we'll put on new bridge cap and get the holes in exactly the same places. Same with the base apron that goes there, and then put on the bridge cap there. So that's a whole lot of very intense handwork. So all of that has been done on this piano, and it turned out phenomenally well. I would venture to say hopefully better than it was even when it was brand new 100 years ago. Maybe I'll piano's being delivered down to the client tomorrow. It's going out of state. A lot of the pianos that we do are local, but most of them, frankly, at this point, are from out of state, and that's the case on this one. Fantastic piano. I think she's going to be really, really happy. Thanks for watching.